is in, Johnny is out, Gachi knows he has to deal with that Shadow Demon and is diving him as hard and fast as he can. Disruption to try and save himself for a second. That BKB is running out, Gachi, and you are deep once again. Tiny.
Zero combo. I think it just depends on the mid laner's confidence, if he has, like, say, a skill advantage, or if he's even on skill. And it also really depends on if he wants to play Shadow Fiend, or if like fine because he has an Ags. 2-7 Tiny. Hunter's the only one having like a reasonable game.
It's this XP differential. You've got 18 coming out on Gachi. 18 really puts Oz and China put some value on this this particular hero. How do you think it lines up with what we can see so far on the enemy team?
I quite like the troll pick. It's a good.
So, all right. Well, like let's take a second to just calm down, think for a second. You're AU rejects. You come out with this oddball draft. Disruption was one of the best saves and best initiations in Dota, but then they gave the illusions more damage. Awesome. His laning phase, completely buffed by Promulgate. It is just one of the strongest facets that is being overlooked.
That would have been a 500 gold kill for Harold if he could have got it, but unfortunately they could not slay the Hunch Dog there. He's too strong.
Okay, so we got a 2k lead already. 8 minutes.
Yeah.
But the sun comes out. Oh, lucky Lincoln's there, keeps him alive for now.
Just die so quickly.
Huge axe call. Huge axe call. Zeus needs to be careful here.
Sucks. But he has his mech. He's already going to do everything he's going to do for like the next 10 minutes, you know? Like, he can get a Holy Lock on top of this, maybe.
You know, I quite like... And the whip comes out. Looks like they're still looking for Win Xing. Shadow Demon's died somewhere in the background that I didn't quite catch, but looks like Axe jumps in to get a good call, but he's delayed by the Avalanche Toss, and now... Ooh, is he in trouble?
Where it follows you around, because...
I can answer that one. For once, I can answer that one, because in the pro scene, they're deciding to... they just value the invisibility more, and once you've got the blood...
Seems that Winching might just be sacrificial lamb here. They want to get the Necro with the smoke, but Winching just dewards. Yeah, I think he protected Gachi there. They would have just run straight across.
Series against Team Dog Cage. I have been messaged by many people who have told me that they were super impressed with your gameplay and your team's gameplay last night.
Which means as he levels up Little Shredder, he will be taking all the Little Shredder talents, and he'll be buying like a Maelstrom or a Gleipnir of some description, getting all these procs out. Tiny did take the crash landing, so he'll be pumping the toss
like Slaughter Gang did, or are you going to come up with another wild pick that's a little bit unpredictable, a little bit spicy?
So I think both teams are going to mix up the drafting here. Seconds of invulnerability basically on the auto attacks. Oh, RFA's getting low up top.
Yes. And she decides to run forward. All of a sudden the troll comes out and throws Whirling Axes, but... of it, so that's going to get really scary.
He's just mirroring what they did to him game one. He's got the he's got the Shadow Blade and he's got the Octarine queued up. It's exactly what they did to him game one, and he's just getting bans. We got Johnny Sins, the +3 for Slaughter Gang. Second best Axe player in the entire server. Got to give him credit.
Nice,
Frankie,
I love Axe.
Honestly, Frankie just plays whatever.
They're going to try and shut this Axe down. He still does have his tower, so his team can come if they want him. And Huncho does have a whole lot of damage on this Sand King, but his Spidey senses a ting, just a bit of vision, a little bit more chase to sort of get the heroes that you want in sight. So it's really quite good. I'm a big fan of it, but I'm always going to take Promulgate because I'm a lane bully, and I prefer to have a secured lane.
Until the Sand King whips out a Blink Dagger, which he is pretty farmed as well. Top 3 net worth, only 300 behind.
Raccoon's having a really cool killing. Smoke breaks.
He blinks.
He blinks away.
Insane.
A lot of wasted time.
Now he gets an ancient stack, and he wastes 3 players' time for nothing. That's like a 500 gold swing in itself, right? That's a kill you thought you were 100 really well, and that's how he's going to try and shine, right?
Okay.
Again, I've never seen much of like the Raccoon Spirit Breaker here, but it's gonna be really, really rough to enable the
for a second and grabbed midair. They do have that big scary Undying on top of them. It looks like Reveille's deciding to deal with the tombstone as quickly as he can. He doesn't want that in his fight. And down.
like to what lane they'll be going.
Oh, we have an Invoker. How bloody exciting. God, I love Invoker. I don't play the hero, but I love seeing it played well. And here we have it live. Sea Salt's Confuri. Oh! And Hunter goes on the Undying. He steps out of position and he goes down as well. This game is pretty active, isn't it? There are kills going on. All over the map.
Ceaseless Dirge did act, now that I think about it. But they haven't actually decided what hero is going in what position. This could be a tiny one here. This could still be a wind one. QB is on the snap. Okay, it's the +5 tiny. Okay.
Tries to back out.
Very early BKB.
Very early BKB. Very
tiny sports. Oh my god. Did you see it?
Yeah, tiny caught by the Spirit Break. Gives that to Zeus? Yep.
So, I think the most important thing to check is to swap to net worths here and look at the net worth here.
Oh, hang on, Gavala.
Zeus is winning.
Has been found by the Morphling, but he is pretty thick. Looks like he's just...
Hopefully they don't, like, have a triple lane stomp into a 20-minute match. I'm expecting some good, healthy Dota here, some good team fights. I don't know, maybe just Brawlhalla. Something everyone can enjoy. Battlefield as well, yeah. Notice how the Tiny's opted to start with the Null Talisman as well really early, just because he needs the mana income. He just doesn't... He's not going to get these runes. Like, the Breaker will just take both water runes.
Does it again within like 20, 30 seconds. He's just comes in with another phenomenal 3-man call, gets the triple dunk. Oh, it must have felt... Chasing him. Charge comes out though onto the Shadow Demon. They're looking for something here, but they're trying to pick the right target. Huncho decides he wants to deal with that Mukau. The Mukau's doing too much. That toss damage is bonkers. Wow.
Yeah, that was half Invoker's health. That was 3 creeps kills. That's insane. Absolutely insane.
Looks like Tiny's now heading top to grab himself that boundary.
No way.
Whiffed it a bit there, boys. What's the old...
unfortunate. They just didn't catch anything else. That's insane.
Who's the most broken hero in Dota, and he's not going to just take the Morphling, he's going to take the Shadow Demon as the Axe blinks in with the dunk! Let's go, Gubala! What is this Axe player? Wow, he is ripping and tearing!
If you're a Blink hero, you're really punished in this patch, but we have our own kind of meta down in Oz, where you will see, like, these random bands that you wouldn't see in Riyadh, such as the Undying, such as the Axe, even the Lit.
Again, he can stack 20% damage amp in lane. 20% from minute 1, he can stack 20% damage amp. You buy 6k items that do that.
And Radiant haven't drafted enough stuns here. It's really starting to show. Like, they have a lot of short stuns, but they don't have any good, reliable, long-range lockdown. Nothing like a Bane, for example. And it's really starting to show.
Well, you've got Bear Blink, the Zeus as well. They need to be very careful about how they defend this high ground.
The only way I can see them actually defending is if this Tiny is somehow able to...
Not much of a gap. Oh, they're looking. They're looking. Axe is here, gets the blink call once again, throws the Dagon out and drops the...
whole game. He definitely felt stronger than he was, but at the end of the day, it's Young Harold on 15k damage, Gachi on 21k damage, and then Rick. Right, it breaks the way you want to play Dota. It just doesn't work anymore.
Here we go.
Smoke Tiny is getting a lot of like push bottom, but
Huncho,
the cow just, like,
you need to be careful because your teleport just got interrupted, and you did
once or twice to really destabilize them in the game.
And this is we are the cattle capital of the world, and of course we're gonna love the space cow. I think I said this in a stream out. So as someone who loves the save support, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm known for my Earth Spirit, but I love Io. I just love that hero so much. I also love Oracle. I've played into...
Stop him. And top lane, there's going to be like a bit of actual play. 2 universals on Radiance, both ranged. It's a lot of damage. You can catch anyone off guard. Even Reverie and RFX.
They know Axe is bottom. Do
They don't have
try
vision.
something?
They do have vision on Dire. Okay, goes for
Looks like not respecting this Io guy. That's what I'm seeing, right? This is the power of Io. This is why it's one of my favorite heroes. People think that this hero is boring. I get told all the time Io's boring to play. I don't, it's kind of pretty hype. And so while I think they bought this when they were memeing and having a good time, in this game when there is just sort of burst damage coming out from Slaughter Gang, it sort of has who cop 4 or 5 bans, even in the professional scene.
Okay. Hoodwink ban into first pick Tiny. I think that's kind of expected. Tiny's just
so much damage. It's unbelievable. Crash landing.
I'll go back and check. He was on exactly half health, getting stalked by Tiny, and then just gets murdered. Insane. They revealed the blink on Mars yet? I don't think so. I think
No,
he got it after that engagement. Oh,
yeah,
he shows in late now. Never mind. Yeah, I think Radiant are just gonna drop this tier 1, play the rest of the map. 10 facets during a game, and then having to track which one they actually took. It just gets so messy so quickly. And here we do. We have the Gubala Snapfire. And the instant... I guess I should have seen the Io coming for Raccoon, but... It's so hard to say, right? Because there are like so many of these players.
Do something about this tiny hero, Dota.
That throws a bit of a spanner in the works for AU Rejects. They need to get this Roche while it's top, so they can continue to push like the map. A good matchup and a good start to his game.
This Necro though, I'm looking at these last hits. I mean, he was gonna have a good lane regardless, but he is accelerating at this point.
Yeah.
No, hey, step up too far, and we're gonna put some pain on you.
I gotta give Harold credit though. If there's any player that I would want playing from behind, it would probably be him. He does know how to make miracles happen with borderline.
Let's go, Slaughter Gang. That's the kind of plays we need to see to get you back into this game. Let's have a look at how much gold just swung towards Slaughter Gang there. Good God.
1,800 gold, at least. 100% you are 100% going to get, but because he opted not to go the Blink Dagger, he just doesn't. And it doesn't impact Gooby at all. Wowee.
Now the charge out on Johnny. So close. Prey is running now and he's a very fast hero. Tiny, hungry, goes for the beach ball play and is absolutely successful with it. Love a beach ball play. Used to get those all the time back in my day. Oh, we
had a blink toss back and then kill the guy outright. Otherwise he's just not gonna die. Johnny loses his courier. That was his full butterfly. He will not be getting 3 minutes. That's like a
wiped over and over again, and so the bluff works. The Zeus just sort of mans up a little bit, and they go, "Ooh, maybe there's an axe that's going to blink Dake on me. Maybe there's a bear that's going to blink on me." So.
Help him. He's just dying to magical damage from the cow. Just another fighter. I feel like this cow could be second highest damage.
The initiation here from AU Rejects is pretty scary. You've got Axe Call.
That was a very unexpected and abrupt ending, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, the 27 minutes, not the fastest game I've seen. I saw Devious knock a stack in 23 minutes.
Damage?
Just doing 6,000 damage at 5 minutes, as Tinies do in 2024. Hey, this Ricochet has caught me off guard as a support far too many times.
Like in the numbers, but the amount of saves that the Undying was able to do, and the amount of like, even if it's just like a tombstone save or just the Greaves keeping someone alive, that prevents like 10 to 15. Think twice about picking this IO. I would expect the... Sorry, they're going to think twice about picking the Necro. The IO will likely get banned by Dire next game. Like, he did so much winching, possibly. And he is now called a little rat. This could be good. This could be good. Reverie is also a bit tipsy, potentially. He could be a lightweight. No? Oh, well, we're in.
Look at that, and we have a draft straight away. And we got a look at that beautiful, stunning. Before he had this bull rush talent, Boxy was doing exactly what we're seeing now. Now he has the bull rush talent. Like, it's so obnoxious.
It breaks Dota.
Yeah.
You're Unfortunately, winching just gets caught out. It's just they're not respecting the global presence of the IO, and I feel like they're not respecting the global presence of the Spirit Breaker nearly enough. Stable hero. I've seen Reverie play it over the years. Something he enjoys. I think the problem with second pick here, that like dire second pick, is they do nothing. So he's not out of it yet. You know, he will still be one to watch once he gets his 6 and once he makes like maybe a power rune rotation if he's lucky. God, it's so obnoxious, man. Why does he keep move speed?
But something that I just want to point out before this game gets on the roll, because this won't come across on stream, is...
You just have a support cast a spell on them to save them. With Bloodsport, it completely breaks the vision. So we should get a little visual indicator up the top on our screen with like a eye with a cross through it, showing...
Am I still right? Zeus still has the percentile drain to get through that huge morph HP pool?
Yes, and he also has a shard that lets him auto-attack. Oh, is this a Hancho George? Or mid laner are they going to choose to prioritize here? And then just see how... Because obviously Slaughter Gang's going to take the last pick for Hancho again, and give him the best matchup. He will just be doing some kind of counter on whatever mid that is picked.
Perfect. Well, we see the Necro come out. Now Necro IO is a combo, and a pretty spooky dooky combo. The heal is... right game so far.
Okay, so...
Wait, hold up. Did they just catch the... They just caught the Necro.
Necro's dead. He bought Travels. I hate it when ball players do this. He gets...
Maybe I'm wrong. But what I was going to say is that you see a lot of this in Australia, the respect that comes out, the, hey, this hero, we know what you can do in it, and we're not giving it to you. Even in the intermediate division, I've been casting a bit of that. A perfect example. Faye is now in trouble as well as he tries to run to his tower and just gets up down! Okay! Nice, young Harold. And Gachi going in bottom.
Gachi gets a kill, 2v1.
This game without me, I've got things to say. Why is it that you were so keen on getting in to cast this one with me?
Pretty much know everyone in the lobby. We're getting a full ulti off because Scythe was on cooldown for 10 seconds. They just didn't have the way to 100-0 him.
They are doing it. They're managing to hold on to this game.
The lead is slightly worsening, but I got a comment. I did say I think it's a little...
Three heroes. Is it Slaughter Gang that you're more familiar with, or do you know both the stacks quite well?
I know both stacks quite well, and the next game is just going up, I think.
Already,
I don't know. Possible for mid. Another like brilliant way this all works together is having the Tiny as a flex pick makes second pick look really, really good, because this is either the POS 4 or the POS 2 here. You could always run Tiny.
Fat Bear underneath their tier 3, but they sort of have enough to deal with him. He pops his BKB and just wants to pour it out of there, but now Zeus and Winxing need to be careful because the rest of the team is going to be running after them. No vision.
But here's
Axe lurking on the side.
Pit, and Slaughter Gang took second pick, Slaughter Gang and second pick Dire again. So again, this should favor the AU rejects for their drafting phase. First ban on the...
Then as well, towards Dire. That's a lot of XP. That is a whole lot of XP.
Yeah. As well as young Harold is playing, he is only
gonna walk away here.
1200 HP. I don't think he's dying there.
Jesus, also
he's getting a lot of farm here. I gotta give him credit on the axe.
It's a garbage hero in the patch. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not seeing it anywhere on Dota Pro Tracker, and yet it's in all the games that I'm casting. Why? Why does this hero keep getting picked up?
It depends on. First of all, you need a Rubik.
But we do have answers for the Morphling, right? We talked about Axe
Yeah.
Blink. Axe Blink is one of the hardest counters, but hey, just to sidestep once more towards Shadow Demon, one of my favorite heroes, and
Doesn't happen today. Troll not getting the Snapfire either, because he just gets men sent to his lane to help him. That Snapfire has a Maelstrom now. He's being charged, but I don't think anything will come of this. He did his own reflexes and is now unable to get the Strength Wolf off from the axe. And that's why he's been dying this, like,
yeah,
three
me
or
too,
four
me too.
times.
That's why I always get dunked as Morphling as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
A little bit dip lot here. The Morphling is free farm, but I will say the Ursa. Oh, bottom
Tiny
lane.
goes
Tiny
down to bottom lane. They drop the Tombstone and they secure the
Tombstone under
Tiny.
tower. Yeah,
You know,
that's it. If they
we've
lost
seen
to it, they'd ban it. You're right, 100%.
100%, 100%. They might think, you know what, we can deal with it. It didn't cause us any troubles last
Yeah.
time. All the IO was a ball to be thrown around by the Tiny. They'd be wrong, the IO had a huge impact. Lane's pushed in, it's got this stupid ball
One
rush
running
talent. Where it can just run away anytime it actually hits a wave. Plays so far forward. I mean, we saw Boxy doing it before, like, and just an increase in HP pool. Then all of a sudden these heroes that are blowing heroes up at the start of the game really start to drop off. There's a spear, Windy, into the tree, absolutely a blip.
Yeah.
Nice for the rest of Radiant to turn up there. I think if they lose that Necro, not so good for them. It might slow their tempo down a little bit, so...
Yeah. Gachi's getting close to his first.
Lord.
These Greaves on Winching are doing God's work for him. And
Mm.
that's insane. So they did change the Roshan's banner. It's not going to leave the lasting buff on them anymore. So these creeps are just going to be standard creeps, Bing chilling and zapping shit for free. I'm curious as to how Honcho's going to answer this one, though. That's going to be the more interesting question.
And
Get a bit sleepy because they kind of like imploded off the lanes, but game 2, oh my.
Spicy, absolutely spicy. Well, I'll tell you what, if I do end up casting, let it sit there and not get casted. So here I am once again to yell into your ears. And this time, I'll be yelling into White Glint's ears. White Glint, do you want to say hello? Axe does have a blink dagger, and the charge is going to connect. Does Axe elect to blink?
He's clipped the Morphling! He's dead!
He dunks the Morphling again! This Morphling, and they're playing with fire here, this is a Morphling.
They're just BMing them at this point. Taunting Reverie in the fountain. Knowing his team doesn't
my
have
lord, he gets a bash, but now Gachi's pinned in the corner. And of course, Axe Dagon, right? Axe Dagon deals with those major illusions.
Yeah, Dagon one-shots all illusions, no matter what. And...
No, he's
they
gonna
know
pull it
he's
out.
in the area.
Okay,
he gets out.
Smart man.
If they knew exactly where he was, they would Zeus ulting him. He's just dead. Sorry, yeah. So with the
is Bloodsport.
Yes, I was going to say this as well.
Yep. Do you want to tell the stream why Bloodsport is absolutely nuts?
Yes, so when you have somebody trapped in an arena, usually it could be big. If they get a kill on Hunchdog, it could be insane.
Oh, power shot comes out, toss, huge damage from that little shredder and the toss together, but he's got the invisibility. Do any of the supports bring any vision? No, they didn't. They have one job. The halberd is how many seconds?
Gets put out bottom.
He was just lurking around for the ages. But the halberd, I'm sure it disarms him if he doesn't have BKB, but how many times is us?
Like sometimes you see it on Sand King, sometimes you see it on Venge. They can get up there into the 600s, into the 650s, really early as well. Even Ursa now, this guy's at almost 800.
Oh, Tombstone goes down, and I think
one of the oldest players.
Did you after last night? Because I did shout it out on stream. Have you signed my petition to have Hoodwink removed from the game? And everyone out there in Twitch chat, I do have the petition up, so please go and get that hero.
Spirit Breaker will opt to charge middle for like the 4-minute rune, the 2-minute rune. He won't actually play bottom very much, and unfortunately, I think it's going to sack the Mars just a little bit too much here. because the Necro's going to Necro no matter what. You can't actually...
Hunter George on Sand King, Prey on Tiny, Johnny on Vengeful Spirit, RFA on Shadow Demon, and Reverie on Morphling. Now Johnny on Vengeful Spirit makes Vengeful Spirit a annoying purple ball to release their target. So, yeah, alright. I don't know.
I think that 2.5 seconds will make the difference in this kind of lineup. Giving the Venge time to line up the swap, giving the Tiny time to come in with the...
off of his Zags. I see RFA's elected to go for the Aether Lens. I like the first item Aether Lens on the Shadow Demon as well. Just allows you to play the fights from the back line. Axe call, and down goes the Sand King and the Shadow Demon almost immediately. This Venji needs to be careful. There's the Refresher Orb coming out to get the Tombstone down to give the vision for Team Radiant. They are thinking about it. Get together and making this game far more interesting. So
they have... Oh wow. If you read the alt chat, Reverie with his one beer in has inhibit continue to play. If the Sand King ever gets to Ags, he has Shivas already. They're going to have so much trouble playing into it. They only have one BKB across their entire team. Obviously, Zeus is never going to buy it, but they need more players to be able to go.
Rubik. I cannot count the amount of times I keep seeing this hero getting picked. I think this hero sucks. Like, I think it's...
It wasn't that fight, but it was actually the fight before where, yet again, Reverie was randomly... Like, they were trying to randomly go on Reverie as they were going on mid, and there was 2 fights happening for, like, the 30th time this match, where people are just like...
Coming with him, and I think they're about to try and shut this axe down as fast as they can. He gets the Torn off, but he's already switched to strength, so he's okay. Gubala trying to hide in the trees, but Hunter George is here with the stun, and that axe is dead. Yeah. Okay. Nice name right now. What's the fish? Naga. Like, we see Naga pushing out pushing out with illusions. We see Terrorblade pushing out with illusions. He almost got caught by
Spirit Breaker there. Oh no, he's going to try sneak Roche, and he's going to get clipped here, I think.
Peers out, Winxing running, but the vessel is on top of him. Cold snap, but Mars is coming, and guys, you need to be careful because a big Mars ult can appear at any second. There it is. Good God. Hold on. Johnny's caught once again, and there's the dunk. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it was a clone, but...
which Manta are we talking about? What are we
the Manta on the Morphling. I know he's had it.
I think that's actually the reason why Reverie's died a couple
times. Is charging onto that Shadow Demon, and he is just absolutely eliminated. That Zeus ult is doing some